Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol DCTH. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've done this analysis many times, including yesterday, so that's where the red line and green line annotation are coming from. And the bears took another bite out of it today, so let's get some updates here made. First thing I'm going to do is just a little house cleaning, get rid of this line up there. Sure, it still pertains. Actually, I'll explain that in a second, but we'll put that on the back burner. The near-term update comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that did watch yesterday's video, hopefully you remember me talking about how that 0.096 area was where the bleeding had stopped yesterday. And you can see that very clearly right there. That's where the bulls did step up, but this morning those buyers just got overwhelmed, and the price did gap down below it, and you can see on the bounce back up, although it didn't hit it quite exactly, a pretty good example right there, of the rule and how it plays out in terms of that former area of support now acting as resistance. So on any sort of bounce at all, that first key level that needs to be broken by the bulls is going to be 0.096. Now going back to more so kind of the long overall trend, and that's where this purple line here comes into play, the 50-period simple moving average. And as I've said in past videos, as far as I'm concerned, as long as the price is below that purple line, the bears are in total control of the chart. And because that's a moving average, aka the line moves, and now that that purple line has moved below the red line right here, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of the red line. Sure, it still pertains, but it's not really relevant because the purple line here has higher priority over it, and I just don't want to leave lines all over the place and risk causing clutter and confusion. So, but again, before you even worry about doing battle with the overall trend indicator up there, the purple line, the bulls first got to clear up above 0.096. What about areas of support? This will be a little case of deja vu. As when stocks are getting beat up like this one, really it's just the same thing over and over again from a level of support. So like I talked about yesterday, the buyer stepped in enough at 0.096, and after today's price action, the buyer stepped in enough, down here right around 0.085. So 0.085 is the current level of support, but that's just based off of today's data and where things eventually stop going down. But by no means is that a guarantee of a bottom, because as the chart has been doing, yeah, it's gone sideways for a little bit on several occasions. But the bears just keep on pressing down through every bit of sideways price action, that has formed. So, but as it stands right now, 0.085, that current level of support. But bears are certainly in full control, and we'll see if the bulls can try to level things out or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.